Welcome back to Celtic Fans TV. It's time for the preview show for the last Glasgow derby of the season. I'm your host Paul McTaggart and I'm joined once again by Declan McConville. We're going to look ahead to Sunday's game, but before we do that, we're going to set a like target. 500 likes in the video. This is something that I've done once or twice before and I always forget about it. So we're putting it in this week. We want 500 likes, so don't forget to smash the thumbs below and hopefully we'll get well over 500. So straight to Sunday then, Declan. It's the last derby of the season. Two outcomes. We either win it and we're the 8-0 champions, or we lose it and we're still the 8-0 champions. Obviously there's been a bit of talk this week about the pressure being off and whether we should rest some players. How do you see this one? How do you feel coming into this one?
I think Rangers are obviously in a good run since the last time we played them and we beat them, but it might be good for our players now that the league's wrapped up. The pressure is off our players. The league's done. They can go there. They know what it's like to go there now and get beat and be in the receiving end of it. So I think they'll have that at the back of their minds still going into this game. What it was like the last time at Ibrox when they lost the game. But Celtic, it just depends whatever Celtic you're going to get to turn up. If you get the Celtic that turned up at Pittodrie, there's no reason why we can't go up in the game. But Rangers, there's a lot of talk coming for them. If Lennon does want this job, I imagine he'd like to go to Ibrox and win the game. So, as I say, it just depends on what Celtic team turn up in the day, really.
Aye, absolutely, as you say. A lot of talk coming for Rangers. There's always a lot of talk coming for Rangers, it seems, in the build up to these games. It's not really helped them in any way now that we're here at the end of the season again and we've wrapped up on our title. But you see Gary McAllister, was it today, saying that next season starts on Sunday. Good luck to him, because Sunday's game still counts for this season. So,
and they've still not won a trophy in a long time.
Aye, so. Having said that though, there's never nothing to play for in these games. There's always the bragging rights at stake. Might be a cliche, but it's always there. So do you think that now that we've won the title, we're going to get the benefit of having a bit of pressure off? Obviously we've seen in the past few weeks that we've maybe not played to our highest level, but we've got the results. Do you think we're going to get a boost from the pressure being off, or do you think that could be detrimental for us?
I think it should give us a boost, but 2 games, I think the Hearts game, there'll be a few players ready for the cup final, because Hearts won't turn it a full side either. So you could say this is maybe the kind of last game that you could play the full strength squad before going into the final. It'll be at the back of the players' minds, winning the Scottish Cup or treble is going to be the priority. But these players like to win these games. Scott Brown likes the bragging rights of the city, so there's no reason why Celtic won't want to win the game. So yeah, the pressure is off us. It might change it about a bit, but as I said before, if Neil wants a job, he's going to need to win the game, I think.
Well, that brings us on. That's something I wanted to touch on, because obviously the league's done now. We've got the cup final to come, and Neil Lennon's obviously very much still on his audition, if you like, still doing his best to get the full-time job. But do you think, how much sway do you think this game's going to have for him? Do you think, obviously, if we ran out comfortable winners on Sunday, say 2 or 3-0, that's going to really help his case, certainly with the fans? Or do you think if you flip that in its head and we do get beat, do you think that'll maybe have a negative effect on his chances?
I don't really know what's going on at Celtic at all, managerial situation wise, but it would certainly help his cause, to be the next manager. I mean, on Saturday at Pittodrie, the fans seemed quite united and singing his name again. But, the draws, there has been some really poor games under him, but, if Celtic want him to be the next manager, and that's a decision to make, we'll just need to accept that. But yeah, I win at Ibrox isn't going to do anything to, make him not get the job. So I think he'll want to go there and win, and we know what it's like for Neil going there. It's not a nice environment, but in his time at Hibs he went there and he put in some really good performances, and he'll want to go there hungry and win the game, I imagine.
Absolutely. I think there's no chance that a Neil Lennon team is going to go there anything other than absolutely motivated and driven to get a result. Because as you say, Neil Lennon's history in this fixture and everything that he's had in his time when he's been associated with Celtic will be right up for it. I think that's an absolute given. Thinking about the last time we went to Ibrox then, we were really poor that day. So combined with the fact that it's Lennon still auditioning for the job, we're going to be right up for it, albeit the pressure's off in terms of getting the title done. Do you think there's going to be a massive motivation for the players there to put right the last showing at Ibrox?
I think so. I think that was disappointing to end 2018 like that. And a lot of guys never showed up in the day. But we're going to this game. That game we relied on Callum McGregor filling at left back with Michael Johnson up front. So we're going to the game. Whether he starts Edouard, I know there's been a talk from some people about Ollie Buck this week, maybe just because of the cup final. But we strengthened in depth in January. Get a guy like Weir there that I think could really cause Rangers problems. Did okay on the left hand side on Saturday. He come into the team, and it looks as if Tierney's going to be fit as well. Lucius came into a bit of a game now. You've got Scott Bain as your number one basically now as well. Craig Gordon started the last game and was very good. He made a lot of good saves, but playing the ball out was absolutely atrocious. So the team's probably a bit more settled now for that team that went there in December.
Yeah, I think we're in a much better place now. You touched on Tierney there. We all know about his injury, and you've seen it in his post-match interview last week, where he was talking about the pain that he's playing in. Do you think we'd be well advised to rest him, even for next week as well, and just leave him for the cup final?
Probably.
I've even heard a few people saying that we should just send him for the surgery just now because he's obviously in a lot of pain.
I've heard folks saying that, and really, I probably wouldn't disagree with him. He's a real key player on our side, and if he's in pain and needs this operation, to me there's no point hanging off. Just get it done, let him rest, have a good bit of time to rest, and then get him back for Champions League qualifiers in July. There's no point taking a big risk with such a big player for us. But Johnny Hayes can go in there and do a job for you. Play Hayes over as Aguirre, but yeah, I think you can play Johnny Hayes, and it's 3 games. Hearts, I don't think pose a great threat for us, and it looked as if last week Pizzu's got a bit of an injury, so
hamstring, isn't it?
He's our main man up front. I don't think they can cause us a lot of bother really that you'd need to worry about. And as I say, you've got Johnny Hayes there that can cover in, and it's played well against Hearts when he was played in this season. The first game of the season was poor, but he played actually probably one of the best players in the park that day at Tynecastle.
We know what it's going to be like: atmosphere, hostile environment, all the talk for the Rangers side of things, and at the end of the day, this is their biggest game of the season. This is their cup final because they don't have any cup finals to play. So their season will be defined by having 1 victory against Celtic or having 2 victories against Celtic. How much sway do you think psychologically, how much sway do you think this has going into next season, the start of the next season? Any?
It might be impactful, but I think the cup final is going to be the game that will be impactful. Lennon's remit coming in as interim manager was to get the league done, and I think that was probably everybody's priority to try and stay in this charge to the 10. So the cup final is an added bonus. He did well. They played well at Easter Road and at Hampden to get there, so they deserved their day out. And the 25th of May 2019, we want to do it for Billy and Stevie. So I think the cup final might have a bit of sway. If Lennon does do a treble, I don't know how you can tell the guys not getting a job, but that'll be up to Peter and Dermot Desmond and the other guys at the board to decide who it's to be next season.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. With that one. Predictions then, how do you see it going?
I'm going to go Celtic to win the game 2-0. As I said earlier, I think the game in December will still be at the back of a lot of players' minds. I want to go there. I'm sure Scott Brown will be up for it after what happened after the last game with sanctions and stuff. You'll want to go there and prove a point that he's a top man. So yeah, I think Celtic will go there, and if the Celtic team that turned up at Pittodrie turns up again at Ibrox, I think we'll win the game.
Absolutely. I'm going to go 2-1.
Right.
I'm going to go 2-1. I think if Edouard does start, I thought he was brilliant last week. I thought he was absolutely exceptional. Yeah. So, and we know that he's a big game player, scores big goals, and I think, like you say, if we can reproduce the level for last week and right the wrongs for December, I think we'll win the game.
Yeah.
That's it. We've got the starting 11 prediction coming up as well, so keep your eyes peeled for that at the end of the video. You know what to do. Like the video, comment your own thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on Sunday for reaction from the game. Thank you.